Good friends of the East Boston Knights, IW, Strobe and Essex, here to perform.
How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, our original EBK Sunday.
How y'all feeling? Who was here last year? Who was here last year?
I was here last year.
You performed, alright. Where you know? Yeah, recorded it. EBK. About to split it, y'all. Yeah. You can download this right now. You can own this. Yeah. EBK, East Boston Knights. The first hit, you already lost the fight. We got the hurlers, we got the hitters, so come and get us, so come and get us. Hey yo, supersonic bitches, firecracker bag hits, they run a videotape, wiretap our practice. They try to match our passion, but can't mirror my team. The only other thing that's left is the clear of the cream. You know they fear the regime, the way that we be smashing hits, most passionate, break records, no asterisks, it's a close chapter. If a night steps up to bat, and my pitcher strikes him out where the road was at. Get him with the fastball, the other weapons occur. My shortstop's like a neck between second and third. And you can swing a stand there, it's really your decision, cause we serve kids fast enough where it can blur your vision. And it ain't just words I'm spitting, EBK produces on game day. In the same way, only thing to slow us down is a rain delay. Cause we came here to win it, y'all just came to play. Hey, EBK, East Boston Knights. The first inning and you already lost the fight. We got the hurlers, we got the hitters, so come and get us, so come and get us. EBK, East Boston Knights. The first inning and you already lost the fight. We got the hurlers, we got the hitters, so come and get us, so come and get us. Ain't no swing, batter swing. We got that cool new sport to get all the peoples in the gathering. You hear that? That's the sound of record shatter. Making balance like H. He ain't got a classic swing. Protect the ERA or watch the pitch count. Eating up things, whatever the league can dish out. We all around players and never been haters. I lace up my cleats when it's time for spring training. I step on the field when it's time to do damage. That's your feet in the night is something you can't manage. Play outstanding, East Boston is a family. I see myself at home with these places ain't candy. Hit a bitch with a game that's sexy like candy. Stolen base, face towards the corner like calamity. We ain't going to extra innings, so you must be kidding. We put a clamp on you home straight from the beginning. EBK, East Boston Knights. The first inning, you already lost the fight. We got the hurlers, we got the hitters, so come and get us, so come and get us. EBK, East Boston Knights. The first inning, and you already lost the fight. We got the hurlers, we got the hitters, so come and get us, so come and get us. Yeah. Yeah. Thank y'all.
We're about to do awards. Oh, we're giving it.
I want to thank our boys IW, Strobe and Essex, Dorchester for helping us out. Getting a lot of Dorchester help in East Boston, so it's nice to bring a shout out to family. You guys can download that song and any other songs they have on SoundCloud. If you go on to SoundCloud, you can just search IW, Strobe and Essex. That brings you up to everything they have. They've got a bunch of songs you can download. These guys are good. So give it up one more time for Strobe and Essex. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate everything you do for us. Okay. We're getting close to presenting some awards to some of the guys that are here, but first, we have a special presentation. This presentation is the Petrucelli Community Outstanding Service Award. Traditionally, it goes to somebody in the community that's been working hard for years and years and years and does not get any recognition in the community for anything that they do. And what Jeff and I try to create within our organization is some sort of appreciative thank you to say, hey, we know what you're doing in the community, it means a lot. This year is really special to us to have somebody from within our organization that started with us a couple of years ago. This gentleman is doing a tremendous job of raising awareness, especially for addiction, which is a big problem in our communities, especially East Boston, but in a lot of the big communities also that they really don't talk about it. This guy here fell into our laps. He was a gift from God. As Jeff and I were putting our team together a couple of years ago, we're looking for permits, we're looking for help to get in the league. Everywhere we went, nobody helped us. This gentleman really stepped to the plate, and he really, put his butt on the line for us by going to Senator Petrucelli, who's somebody he knows very well, and pulled some strings for us and got us the permits that we needed and got us into the Hockey League. And without him, none of this has happened. But secondary to all that, this gentleman, he does a tremendous job in the communities. He's reaching out to schools now through his organization for Hope Through Experience. I'm going to let him come up here and tell you guys all about it. This year's recipient for the Petrucelli Award, the Outstanding Community Service Award from the Knights, is Michael Tanner. Give it up for Michael Tanner, please. Somebody will be kind enough to take some photos of us. I know we got a camera somewhere.
Another round?
This time Mike's got the floor. Congratulations, Mike. Thank you.
I heard that.
So, I guess
I heard
I'm
that.
talking to Mike, it's different, but, thank you, Eric and Jeff, this means a lot to me. They had called me a few weeks ago and let me know that I was going to receive this award, and Senator Petrucelli is actually my cousin, and it's pretty cool to have an award that's in his name, to receive it. I'm going to make this short.
Hey.
I'm going to make it short. My story is a very common story. At the age of 17, I became addicted to Oxycontin, and I come from a great family. I was a great baseball player. It was a big part of my life, and I got sucked into the lifestyle of addiction and using drugs, and before I knew it, I was no longer in control of my life, and it led me down a path that I didn't know existed, and to be honest, the person that's standing in front of you now is just, I'm basically a shadow of my parents and the person that they raised. Like I said, I started Hope Through Experience in 2006. I changed my life in 2006, and I went to UMass to be a drug and alcohol counselor, and after working in Danvers and working in the field and being on the other side of it, being a patient at one point, I noticed a major lack in education and prevention for the next generation, for these kids growing up. I know for me, nobody, let me put it like this, my generation and every single one of my friends and a lot of my family have been affected by addiction. I got two of my best friends who are in federal prison. A lot of my friends have died, and if they're not dead yet, they're on their way because they're all still using. I'm blessed to be able to do this, and like I was saying, after working in the field, I noticed the major lack in education and prevention, and I just realized somebody needs to step up and educate these kids and let them know that you don't have to drink alcohol to have a good time. You don't have to use drugs to have a good time. And it's scary. We got pharmaceutical companies flooding our streets with these drugs. We got these drug dealers who don't care. They'll sell drugs to anybody. And I've merged Hope Through Experience with a few other things. One of them is Chucky's Fight, and Mr. Chucky Rosa is an MMA fighter, and he lost 2 sons to addiction. They were good kids, good boys, and they both died from this disease, so we've merged together. And what we do now is we just go into high schools, and sometimes even 7th and 8th grade, and we just share our story and let these kids know that, don't ever try drugs and alcohol, because the truth is, once you try drugs and alcohol, you're in a fight for the rest of your life. And I'm sick of seeing my friends and my family suffer from this disease. Pretty safe to say we all know somebody who's been affected by addiction, every one of us. If it's not a brother or sister or you, it's a mother, a father, a cousin, or a friend. And my main goal is to just spread the word and let people know that there's help out there, and to let these kids know that
if you want to reach your potential and reach your dreams and your goals, you can't do it with alcohol and drugs. You really can't. And like I said in the beginning, I'm blessed. I have wonderful parents, and you know, that's the reason I'm here today. I came back from death. I should be dead. There's no doubt about it. And I remember being in detox or you know one of these places, and I said, if I ever get a chance to play baseball again, I'll know that I made it. And so Eric and Jeff, they gave me that opportunity, and you know, I didn't finish the season because, to be honest, it's what I do is not easy. You know, I'm always have to be focused on being a good person and staying clean and sober and helping these kids. And you know, once you get involved in those drugs and alcohol, they mess your brain up pretty bad. And I didn't have the mentality to play baseball anymore. Eric will tell you, you know, the umpire looked at me wrong. I'm arguing with the umpire, acting like I'm out in the street. And so, you know, I was just really appreciative of getting the opportunity for my parents to see me play baseball again. And like I said, I've been doing this for 7 years, and it's still kind of a taboo subject in the community. I don't understand why people don't talk about it. When I say every one of my family and friends are affected by it, I don't exaggerate. And you know, what I do does go unnoticed a lot, but I don't care because I know I'm reaching the kids and letting them know that you know they have a choice. I'll just put it to you like this: I did a seminar today at Winthrop High School, and when there was over 200 kids in the auditorium, and when I asked them how many kids know somebody affected by drugs and addiction, every single kid raised their hand. These are 9th and 10th grade students. And just like every presentation I do afterwards, I've been receiving emails all day. How do I help my dad? How do I help my mother, my father, my sister, my brother? How do I not do drugs, smoke pot, do all this stuff because all my friends are doing it? And I don't have a clear answer, but like I said, I do know one thing. It's don't ever try drugs and alcohol, because once you do, it's a fight for the rest of your life. And it's an epidemic. And you know, I'm just sick of seeing it, and this is why I do what I do. And you know, I really appreciate the time. This award means a lot to me, more than you can know. Like I said, I just wake up in the morning and do this. I don't know how I do it. It's not easy. But if I can just reach one kid and save one life and stop one family from having to go through what we had to go through, then you know, it's well worth it. And in society today, we're faced with a lot of problems, and I just find that if we all stand up and be good people and help each other, you know, we could really make a difference, not necessarily for ourselves, but for this next generation. Because it sucks what me and my friends had to go through. And we were all good kids from good families, good athletes. And addiction's taken some of the best athletes, not just from East Boston, but from everywhere. I mean, some of the best people this world has to offer. That's what amazes me, is addiction doesn't take the shitbags. It takes good people with good hearts, like Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson, some of the most talented people we've ever known. And like I said, you know, if somebody like me doesn't step up and do this, it's just gonna get worse. So, you know, I appreciate the time I'm given wherever I go. You can check out my website, hopethroughexperience.com. You can find me on Facebook, Hope Through Experience, Michael Tanner. And, you know, this ain't a joke. You know, there's absolutely nothing funny about what I'm saying. It's killing people, young people, good people. And if anybody wants to help in any way, if you want me to come speak at a school that you know of, if somebody you know needs an intervention or needs some type of help, you can find me on my website. And like I said, just spread the word, maybe talk about it. If you know somebody that's struggling, let them know that there's help out there, because nobody needs to die from this anymore. And, that's all I'm going to say. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate the award. Very much.
One more time for Mike Tanner. couple things that struck me there is, Mike's right, I've seen a lot of good people go down to this. And if you don't think a life is worth a second chance, then you need to look in the mirror at yourself. Because everybody in here has done something at one point they're not proud of. And not maybe a lot of people know about it, but if they did, they might think of you differently. Which is an absolute joke, because you are who you are on the inside, not from the mistakes that you make. Mike's living proof. When I met Mike, I couldn't imagine that he would be involved in any of the things he spoke about just now, because he's that good of a kid. I have 2 children myself, and I think I do a good job raising them as well as their mom. But you just never know who they're going to get caught up with in high school, in school, and that's really where you lose the kids these days. You can be the best parents in the world, but it's the crowd that they're running with. And if you can be open with your children and open with their friends and make them feel like they can talk to you, that's a big deal. That's a big part of the battle. So Mike, thank you very much again. Congratulations.